All right, what's up? Um, all right. What is up? What is up? All right, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm reacting to a lot of the multi-team events, like the tournaments in the November time came up for college basketball. It came out a few weeks ago, but I didn't realize that. I didn't look it up. Yeah, it's out, so I'll react to that. So yeah. Okay, so here we go. 2024-25 men's college basketball multi-team thingy. Open this up. We're about to hit 600 subs. That's sick. All right, there we go. So yeah, here we go. Um, got some comments. I woke up this morning with like 40 comments to reply to. It was crazy. Um, so yeah, I love replying to comments. But yeah, anyways, here we go. Let's get this. I need to angle this down a little more. All right, there we go. Here we go. We're reacting to this entire schedule thing right now. So let's start it off. I'm gonna screen share this thing. All right, yeah, here we go. So 2024 men's college basketball exempt multi-teams events tracker. So here are all like the tournaments. So obviously you guys know that there's the tournaments. It's kind of around the Thanksgiving time last year. It started, or I know UNC played in the Bad Boy Mowers tournament or whatever. That started like 2 days before Thanksgiving. Played on Thanksgiving, and it goes for like 4 days depending on how your team does. UNC did place third in that, losing to Villanova, and then playing the third place game, and we beat Arkansas 87-72. This one's gonna go in. Damn. Hold up. Wait a second. Try. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. So, all right. So, anyways, let's get into it. Started off right here, starting with the Myrtle Beach Invitational, right down here. This is where I'm looking. November 21st, 22nd, 24th at Conway. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna check out. Look up when is Thanksgiving. When is Thanksgiving 2024? Thursday, November 28th. Okay, so that's not during Thanksgiving. But yeah, they play Conway 3 games. So the teams that are in are Bradley, Middle Tennessee, Ohio, Portland, Princeton, South Florida, and 2 more to be announced. Rocco Miller, don't know what that is. All right, the Sick Hospital Charleston Classic, the 21st through the 24th. No games the 23rd though. 3 games. It's Drake, Florida Atlantic, Miami, Nevada, Oklahoma State, in the Big 10 or Big 12. Seton Hall and Vanderbilt, VCU. That's a bigger tournament. The Legends Classic, we've got St. Joseph, Syracuse, Texas, and Texas Tech. That is the 21st and 22nd. Just 2 games, 4 teams in that. Over here, the Baja Mar Hoops Bahamas Championship, which is just Baylor, St. John's, Tennessee, Virginia. That's a good one. That's 4 pretty good teams, especially Tennessee and Baylor. St. John's is good too. Virginia, man. Boardwalk Battle, we got East Carolina, La Salle, Jacksonville State, James Madison, Stetson, Toledo, UC San Diego, and UIC. Not sure what Rocco Miller means. But yeah, there you go. The U.S. Virgin Islands Paradise Jam. That is George Washington, Illinois State, Kansas State, Liberty, Longwood, Louisiana, McNeese, and UAB. Anymore? No, that's it. That is the 22nd through the 25th, 3 games at St. Thomas USVI. I think actually I'm not positive where that is. Just that's where it says it is. So, yeah. Green Brier tip off 22nd through 24th, 3 games. Mountain Division hosts LSU, Pittsburgh, UCF, Wisconsin, River Division, Charleston. So yeah, those 4 teams, and in the River Division, it's Charleston Southern, Tennessee Tech, UTRGV, and VMI. So there's 2 divisions, and they play, and I think the winners of each battle in the championship. Not fully sure how this all works. It's just a bunch of tournament names, and teams get added based on. Actually, I'm not sure what it is based on, but teams get added to it. Over here in the Cayman Islands Classic, that it's in Georgetown, Cayman Islands. Play 3 games. It's Boise State, Boston College, Duquesne, Hampton, High Point, Missouri State, Old Dominions, and South Dakota State. That's not a bad tournament. That's some decent teams in there. In the Jim Maui Invitational, this is the one that UNC is in. So I'd say like the Maui Jim. All I knew was the Maui Invitational. I didn't know it was called the Maui Invitational. But yeah, it's Auburn, Colorado, Dayton, Iowa State, Memphis, Michigan State, North Carolina, UConn. It's going to be a really tough tournament for us. I'm not going to lie. It is in Hawaii. We do play 3 games. It's from the 25th through the 27th. But there's an extended game depending on the winner, which would be on Thanksgiving. The 2 best teams in this tournament are UNC and UConn. And then Iowa State and Auburn and Dayton are far behind. But that's going to be really tough. Every team's pretty good. Auburn, obviously, top 15 team in college basketball. Colorado made it to the round of 32 in the tournament. Dayton made it to the round of 32 in the tournament. Iowa State, top 17 in college basketball. Memphis, usually has really good teams, just wasn't amazing this last year. Michigan State, UNC knocked him out of the round of 32. North Carolina got snubbed in the Sweet 16 against Alabama. And then UConn, obviously, the 2-time national championships. What's up? All right. Down here in the Sunshine Slam, we've got the campus sites are the 25th and 26th at Daytona Beach, Florida. There's 3 games. So there's 2 brackets in the beach bracket. It's Clemson, Fordham, Penn State, San Francisco, and in the ocean bracket, it's Chicago State, Drexel, Purdue, Fort Wayne, which is in the Horizon League, and then Radford. Down here in the Fort Myers tip-off, November to be announced. The campus sites are to be announced. It's the 25th through 27th. Maybe it's at Fort Myers and maybe a different place. I don't know. And there's 3 games. There's 2 divisions. We got the Beach Division, Michigan, South Carolina, Virginia Tech, and Xavier. In the Palms Division, which are the visitors, it's Jacksonville, Mercer, Miami, and Siena. All right, over into the Cancun Challenge. We've got who's playing in the Cancun Challenge? Just see. Of course, Wyoming's playing in the Cancun Challenge. Yeah, I got you. Hold up. Hey, I'm sorry. There's nothing for me to shout out. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like there's 400 people watching this stream right now. So yeah, so shout out, but yeah. Hold up. Oh my, wait, what the heck? Oh my. I forgot that there's a dog sitter here. That's probably so awkward because they're right outside my window. Okay. Anyways, in the Cancun Challenge. Yeah, but anyway, shout out to X-Friends. In the Cancun Challenge, campus sites to be announced. It's the 26th, 27th. It's in Mexico, maybe. There's 2 divisions. The Riviera Division, hosts Loyola Marymount, Tulane, Wyoming. And there's 1 more team to be announced. And there's the Mayan Division. Bethune-Cookman, Gardner-Webb, North Dakota, Southeastern Louisiana. Down here in the Equestrian Holiday Invitational, 26th, 27th in Palm Desert, California. Cal Baptist, Fresno State, Washington State. On the campus teams, Northern Colorado, Prairie View A&M, and Rocco Miller. I don't even know what Rocco Miller is. Yeah, Palm Desert, which is it's just located right outside of Palm Springs. It's very nice out there. Shout out. First real fan. You're a legendary one. Legendary first one. But yeah, it is watch those things. But yeah, it is very nice in Palm Springs. I've been to Palm Springs once in my life. It's pretty much just desert, but it's very nice. Everything out there is nice. So that doesn't mean anything to basketball because it's going to be an air-conditioned gym, but that's crazy. Players Era Festival bracket 1 is this is a big tournament. Okay, Alabama, Houston, Notre Dame, and the Rutgers. Bracket 2, we got Creighton, Oregon, San Diego State, Texas A&M. Creighton, Oregon's going to be a tough game. Creighton, Oregon, go check out the stream. I streamed the second half of the round of 32 game. That was a really intense game. That was super tough. I streamed the second half. That went to the second overtime. That's gonna be it's gonna be a good one if they do play each other. In the battle for Atlantis, I did check this one out. It is Arizona, Davidson, Gonzaga, Indiana, Louisville, Oklahoma, Providence, and West Virginia. I didn't know that in the battle for Atlantis or whatever this tournament was, it was a big tournament, and I knew some teams were in there. I mean, it's not an amazing tournament. Davidson's the best team. Wink, wink, because Steph Curry went there. But yeah. ESPN Events Invitational, so that's November 27th through 29th at Lake Buena Vista in Florida. 2 games, so there's 2 events or two sections. It's Florida, Minnesota, Wake Forest, and Wichita State. In B event is Northern Iowa, North Texas, St. Bonaventure, and Utah State. In the Arizona tip-off, this is the most simple tournament. It's the 28th and 29th. It's Butler, Mississippi State, Northwestern, and UNLV. Just say Butler, Mississippi State play each other. Just 2 random teams play each other. The winners win the championship. The losers play for 3rd place. In the Ratty Children's Invitational, it's the 28th and 29th. San Diego. It's in San Diego. It's 2 games. It's BYU, Mississippi, NC State, and Purdue. Purdue can easily. Purdue and NC State are in the same tournament. That's crazy. I accidentally clicked on that. I did not mean to click on that. Where are we at right now? Let's just go all the way back to the top. I don't even know where I am. Okay, we're down here, I think. Oh yeah, right here. We're at this one right here, the Acrisure Invitational. I swear we already went over this. No, it's actually a different thing. It's in Palm Desert. Hold up, yeah, it's the same thing. Colorado State, Santa Clara, TCU, Washington, and then Alcorn State, UC Riverside. Yeah. So there's multiple tournaments in this area, I guess. Acrisure Classic, again, 28th, 29th. Yeah, 3 games. Arizona State, New Mexico, St. Mary's, USC. On campus is Cal Poly and Grambling. Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic, December 22nd and 23rd. This is the next month. And 25th, that's in Honolulu. Charleston, Charlotte, Hawaii, Loyola, Chicago, Murray State, Nebraska, Oakland, Oregon State. Oh my God. And the MTEs with predetermined matchups. So November 4th through 13th, campus sites. There's 3 games, not sure. Iowa, South Dakota, Southern, Texas A&M Conference, and reclassifying year 3 or 4. I think that's based on what happened in the tournament last year. So it depends on who did that. Hold up. Let's check this out. Hold up, real quick. Hey, post NBA content. Yeah. Hey, I mean, you're already doing the right thing by having that Steph Curry picture as your thing. I'm trying to do this stuff. All right. Anyways, In the Marquette Challenge, we got Central Michigan, George Mason, Marquette, and Stony Brook. I think Marquette's going to win that. In the Rainbow Classic, on the 8th through 11th in Honolulu, we've got 3 games: Hawaii, Pacific, San Jose State, and one more team is to be announced. In the Marshall MTE, that's the 11th, 13th, and 16th. Campus sites aren't out yet. It's Bellarmine, Marshall, South Indiana, and classifying the year 3 or 4 winner. So it's based on, I think, who won the last or something. What happened? Yeah. Post NBA and NFL content. Do that. In the Robert Morris tournament, 14th through 17th in Moon Township, teams play 3 games as Lindenwood, reclassifying a 3rd or 4th year playing Lindenwood, New Orleans, Robert Morris, Stonehill, and then reclassifying, and NEC reclassifying. So a team from that division that won, I think, the year before, or a team that gets to re-enter the tournament, I think. In the Winthrop MTE, 15th through 17th, it's Georgia Southern, North Carolina Central, William and Mary with drop, and then whatever. In the Kentucky MTE, 17th through 24th, that's 8 days. It's Kentucky, Jackson State, Lipscomb, Western Kentucky, and then it says down here Matt Norlander, Rocco Miller, Joe Sullivan. Don't know what that means. In the Cream City Challenge, which is in Milwaukee, it's Milwaukee, Portland State, St. Thomas, and reclassifying a year 4 or 4th Watford. Yeah, in Watford, made for March. Okay. Stephen F. Austin MTE, 3 games. I don't know. I'm gonna go Control F. I think it is. Yeah, Control F. I'm gonna search up North Carolina. 4 things come up. Let's see. Okay, so there's obviously that one. Okay, North Carolina Central, yeah. Hofstra, North Carolina A&T. Okay, that's a completely different thing. We'll go over that in a minute. Yeah. So, hey, I don't even know. Wait, hold up. If you're wondering, check out this website to the 4 people that are in here. Hold up. So yeah, check that out. Because that has all the games and whatever. So yeah. Going down here, I did see something. So teams not attached to an example F. So yeah, it will be teams, right? That it will be teams that that aren't that have joined new conferences or something like that. So we'll see up here. It says, hold up, I stopped screen sharing. Don't know why I did that. Yeah, in the ACC, Cal, obviously. In the Big 12, Cincinnati and Utah. In the Big East, DePaul. Next 5. Okay, American Catholic. So this is 11 of the teams that haven't been exempt yet for a tournament. So in the American Athletic, we got Rice, Tuzla, UTSA. The Atlantic 10, we got Rhode Island, Richmond. The MVC, we got Belmont, Indiana State, Southern Illinois, and Valparaiso. In the MW, we got Air Force. In the WCC, we got Pepperdine. The remaining 21 in the American East, we got Bryant, New Hampshire, NJIT, UMBC. In the ASUN, we got Austin P, Eastern Kentucky, West Georgia, and reclassifying a year 1 of 4. So it could be one of those 4. The Big Sky, we got Eastern Washington, Montana State, Weber State. In the Big West, we got CSUN, UC Santa Barbara. In the CAA, we got Hofstra. Let me get rid of this stupid ad. I hate ads so much. In the CAA, we got Hofstra, North Carolina A&T. In the CUSA, we got Louisiana Tech and Mexico State. The Horizon, we got Cleveland State, Detroit, Mercy, Northern Kentucky, and Wright State. In the Ivy League, we got Brown, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, and Harvard. In the MAAC, we got Iona, Manhattan, Marist, Merrimack Rider, Sacred Heart, and St. Peter's. In the MAC, we got Akron, it's Akron, Ball State, Bowling Green, Buffalo, Northern Illinois. In the MEAC, we got Copen State, Delaware State, Delaware State, Howard, Morgan State, Norfolk State. The NEC, we got Colorado we got Central Connecticut, or no, in the MEAC, we got Coppin State, Delaware State, Howard. I already said that. Hold on, I'm getting so confused. Okay, in the NEC, we got Central Connecticut State, Fairleigh Dickinson, and Wagner. Wagner was the team that UNC ended the season of. Shout out to Wagner, legends. Eastern Illinois, in the OVC, we got Eastern Illinois, Morehead State, Tennessee, Western Illinois. Sorry, I cannot stop laughing at Morehead State. That's just a legendary name. In the Patriot League, we got Army, West Point, Boston University, Holy Cross, Lehigh, and Loyola. In the SoCon, we got Chattagoonia, Stanford, the Citadel, and Western Carolina. In Southland, we got Incarnate, Ward, Lamar, and Nichols. In the SWAC, SWAC, we got Alabama State, Florida A&M, Mississippi Valley State. In the Summit, we got Denver, North Dakota State, Omaha, Oral Roberts. In the Sun Belt, we got Arkansas State, Georgia Tech, South Alabama, Southern Miss, Texas Tech, Troy. In the WAC, we got Abilene Christian, Tarleton State, UT, Arlington, Utah Tech, and Utah Valley. So yeah, that's a lot of things. Saw this post. Hold up, we go all the way up here. Chance to win the national championship. I'm trying to not see it. We're gonna go all the way bottom, all the way to the bottom. So down here we got VCU, UNLV, and as it goes up, as it goes up is the higher chance you have of winning the national championship. So down here we got VCU, UNLV, Oregon State, Indiana State, DePaul, California, Boston College, College of Charleston, Washington State, Utah State, Stanford, Nevada, Grand Canyon, Florida State, Colorado State, Vanderbilt, Southern Methodist, don't know what that is, Minnesota, UCF, Utah State, Oklahoma State, Georgetown, Boise State, New Mexico, Arizona State, Penn State, Virginia Tech, Northwestern, Georgia Tech, Florida State, Dayton, Colorado, Butler, South Carolina, Pittsburgh, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Iowa, Georgia, Washington, Wake Forest, TCU, Seton Hall, Nebraska, Clemson, West Virginia, NC State, Missouri, LSU, Wisconsin, Virginia, Syracuse, San Diego State, Providence, Mississippi State, Cincinnati, Villanova, Memphis, St. Mary's, Oregon, Kansas State, USC, Texas Tech, BYU, Texas A&M, Mississippi, Louisville, Illinois, Miami, Maryland, Florida, Xavier, Ohio State, UCLA, Texas, Michigan State, Michigan right next to each other. How ironic. Marquette, Tennessee, the Rutgers, Indiana, Purdue, St. John's, Creighton. How is Purdue so low? What the heck? Auburn, Iowa State, Kentucky, Arizona, Arkansas, Gonzaga, Baylor, Houston, North Carolina, Duke, Connecticut, Kansas, Alabama. So, wow. They've got Alabama as the top team to win the national championship. And they've got UNC fifth. Okay, I don't know how Duke is fourth ahead of UNC, but it's all the same odds for Duke, UConn, and Kansas and Alabama. Not for UNC, though. That's stupid. I don't know who made this list, but it is not good. DraftKings made it. Okay, that's crazy. We're done with that list. I'm tired. And yeah, let's go back on here. The computer plugged in? Yes, it is. Let's go. All right. So trying to find all right, so we're gonna go over everything ACC related, obviously, because I'm an ACC guy. Because obviously a UNC fan, and then the two big colleges closest to me are, I guess you can say, Cal, Stanford, San Francisco, teams schools in the Bay Area. Okay, but anyways, ACC announces matchups for the 2025 season. I'm actually really excited to go in and read all of this. Let's check it out. So we're in here. Transfer was smooth. Let's go. We're in here. Let's check it out. 2024-25 men's basketball conference opponents. Let's get it. We're going to go through every team. This does include SMU, Stanford, and Cal, the newly joined schools in the ACC. So it'll have all those schools on there. And we'll see Yeah, it's so weird thinking that Stanford's going to be in the ACC. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. It's just like it just doesn't make sense. Just the way that works. But it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, all right, so let's go in here. Let's read this entire thing. Yeah. Charlotte, the Atlantic Coast Conference has announced 20 matchups for each of its men's teams in 2024-25. The season marks the first of 18-team league ACC as the league welcomes Cal, SMU, and Stanford. Okay, as a 2024 blah 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 20 game schedule for the 2025 features 2 games home and away versus each of the school's 2 current partners. Cal, SMU, Stanford will be partners with each other. Yeah, obviously, because they're the new opponents. 1 repeat opponent home and away. The remaining 14 conference games consist of 7 home and only away and 7 only home and away opponents. As announced earlier this month, the top 15 teams in the final league standings will play in the 2025 ACC men's tournament played in from March 11th to 15th at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. The regular season ACC matchups for the 2025 season are listed below. So that didn't make any sense. So pretty much there's 15 teams in the ACC. Obviously, last year we're going over last year. So it's Boston College, Clemson, Duke, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Louisville, Miami, Florida, North Carolina, NC State, Notre Dame, Pitt. Not SMU, Stanford, Syracuse, Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. Those are the 15 teams. Stanford sucks. That's funny. They do suck. So that's 15 teams, and then obviously you get to add in Cal, SMU, and Stanford. But those 15 teams, they all go into the big bracket at the end of the year, where some teams get a double bye, some teams get a regular bye, whatever, and they play. But 3 teams will not make it because they don't want to have to redo the whole way they do the bracket. So 3 teams will not make the tournament. Those 3 teams are automatically out. It would honestly make sense if they just take out the 3 teams that like the 3 best teams, because the ACC pretty much every year has like a guaranteed 3 teams that make the tournament. So just take out the 3 best teams and the other teams play. But I get that's not how they would do it. But anyways, let's go through it all. Starting it off with Boston College. So this is not their full season. This is 20 opponents that are all ACC. This is their entire ACC schedule. Non-conference games. It doesn't have non-conference games. That obviously have gone over UNC's non-conference games, but that was a different video that I did like 2 or 3 days ago or whatever. Well, let's check. What did I do? That stream was. Oh, I hate how I can't look at that. Okay. Yeah, I streamed on college basketball on the 9th. Yeah, on the 9th. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to it. Starting with Boston College. So their home and away opponents are Notre Dame, Syracuse, and Georgia Tech. Their home opponents are Clemson, Duke, Florida State, Louisville, Miami, SMU, and Virginia Tech. Their away opponents are Cal, North Carolina, NC State, Pitt, Stanford, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. We'll cruise through Boston College. So easy. All right. This just makes me sad to read about. So Cal's home and away opponents are SMU, Stanford, and NC State. Why couldn't that been North Carolina instead of freaking NC State? I hate NC State. So at home for Cal, we got Boston College, Florida State, Miami, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. Away, we got Clemson, Duke, Georgia Tech, Louisville, North Carolina, Notre Dame, and Pitt. I just wish that it had that UNC would play away against one of those teams, but it is what it is. Let's just check SMU at home. Okay, yeah, not even SMU. SMU is in Texas too. Anyways, Clemson home and away they play Florida State, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech. Home they play Cal, Duke, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Stanford, Syracuse, and Wake Forest. Away they play Boston College, Louisville, Miami, NC State, Pitt, SMU, and Virginia. Duke home and away they play North Carolina, Wake Forest, and Miami. Obviously UNC every year. Home Home, they play Cal, Florida State, NC State, Notre Dame, Pitt, Stanford, and Virginia Tech. Away, they play Boston College, Clemson, Virginia Tech, or Georgia Tech, Louisville, SMU, Syracuse, and Virginia Tech. So what I'm going to do also is when we get to Stanford and Cal, I'm going to look to see if there's any really good games that I would want to go to, because ACC, I obviously care about the ACC so much. The ACC, like Duke losing matters to me almost as much as UNC wins. So that's wild, but it makes sense. For Florida State, we got home and away, Clemson, Miami, Louisville. Home, we got Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Notre Dame, SMU, Syracuse, Virginia Tech. Away, Boston College, Cal, Duke, NC State, Stanford, Virginia, Wake Forest. For Georgia Tech, the team that we somehow cannot beat in football or basketball. But yeah. Home and away, Clemson, Notre Dame, Boston College. At home, they play Cal, Duke, Louisville, Miami, NC State, Stanford, Virginia Tech. Away, they play Florida State, North Carolina, Pitt, SMU, Syracuse, Virginia, Wake Forest. We get to play them at home. Obviously, in football last year, played them on the road. That gave us stupid. We lost 46-42. And then last year, obviously, Archie Davis did get fouled on that last play, but it's okay. It's okay. That was like 7 months ago or 6 months ago. Go check it out. It's one of my most popular videos. For Louisville, home and away, we got Pitt, Virginia, Florida State. Home, we got Cal, Clemson, Duke, Miami, North Carolina, Stanford, and Wake Forest. Away, we got Boston College, Georgia Tech, NC State, NC State, Notre Dame, SMU, Syracuse, and Virginia Tech. We're on Miami. Home and away, they've got Florida State, Virginia Tech, and Duke. Home, they've got Clemson, NC State, Notre Dame, SMU, Syracuse, Virginia, Wake Forest. Away, Boston College, Cal, Georgia Tech, Louisville, North Carolina, Pitt, and Stanford. For North Carolina, home and away, we've got Duke, NC State, and Pitt. Every year it's Duke, every year it's NC State, and then it's usually Pitt is what I've realized. Like, we usually do play Pitt every year. Sometimes it's Virginia, but this year it's Pitt. At home, we play Boston College, Cal, Georgia Tech, Miami, SMU, Stanford, and Virginia. Away, we play Clemson, Florida State, Louisville, Notre Dame, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. For NC State, home and away, North Carolina, Wake Forest, and Cal. Home, Boston College, home, Boston College, Clemson, Florida State, Louisville, Notre Dame, Pitt, SMU. Away, Duke, Georgia Tech, Miami, Stanford, Syracuse, Virginia Tech. Coming to the last few teams here, Notre Dame, we got home and away, Boston College, Georgia Tech, Syracuse. Home, Cal, Louisville, North Carolina, Pitt, SMU, Stanford, Virginia Tech. Away, Clemson, Duke, Virginia State, Duke, Florida State, Miami, NC State, Virginia, Wake Forest. Sorry, it's a lot of teams, I have to say, so I get mixed up a lot. Still, I guess a lot of teams, actually. For Pitt, home and away, Louisville, Syracuse, North Carolina. At home, Boston College, Cal, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Miami, Stanford, Virginia. Away, we got Duke, Florida State, NC State, Notre Dame, SMU, Virginia, Wake Forest. SMU, we got home and away, Cal, Stanford, Virginia. At home, we got Clemson, Duke, Georgia Tech, Louisville, Pitt, Syracuse, Wake Forest. Away, Boston College, Florida State, Miami, North Carolina, NC State, Notre Dame, Virginia Tech. For Stanford, we've got home and away, Cal, SMU, Wake Forest. At home, we've got Boston College, Florida State, Miami, NC State, Syracuse, Virginia Tech. Away, we got Clemson, Duke, Georgia Tech, Louisville, North Carolina, Notre Dame, and Pitt. Syracuse, we got home and away, Boston College, Pitt, and Notre Dame. Home, we got Duke, Georgia Tech, Louisville, North Carolina, NC State, Virginia, Wake Forest. Away, Cal, Clemson, Florida State, Miami, SMU, Virginia Tech, or Stanford, Virginia Tech. For Virginia, we got home and away. We got Louisville, Virginia Tech, SMU. Home games, Boston College, Clemson, Duke, Florida State, Georgia Tech, NC State, Notre Dame. Away games are Cal, Miami, North Carolina, Pitt, Stanford, Syracuse, and Wake Forest. The last two teams, Virginia Tech, home and away games, we got Miami, Virginia, and Clemson. Home, we got Louisville, North Carolina, NC State, Pitt, SMU, Syracuse, Wake Forest. And away, we got Boston College, Cal, Duke, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame, and Stanford. Final team, here we go. It's Wake Forest. Home and away, Duke, NC State, and Stanford. Home opponents for Wake Forest, you got Boston College, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame, or Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Pitt, Virginia. I know I did not just accidentally say Notre Dame over North Carolina. Away, we got Clemson, Cal, Clemson, Louisville, Miami, SMU, Syracuse, and Virginia Tech. Oh my God, that was a lot of teams that I just named. That was a lot of teams I just named. That hurt my brain. I'm gonna make a Google Doc, honestly, because I'm somebody that loves being organized. Like, it's actually crazy. I love being organized. I love seeing everything like on the same document. I hate when things are like super like scruffled or whatever. So I'm gonna make possible games to go to for everything, honestly. So I can look at this doc and I can see what's possible. Games to go to 2024, 25. Oh my God. I've got literally, this is the second Google Doc I've ever made in my life. I don't usually use Google Docs. All right, come on. So we're gonna start it off with UNC football, just because they got their season first. UNC football will get a, we'll give UNC football this. We'll give UNC football a yellow color. Yeah, we'll give UNC football a yellow color. I like that. No, actually, Warriors can get yellow. UNC gets green. Yeah, UNC gets green. And then 49ers are going to get red, obviously. Warriors are going to get yellow. Because I just don't like blue, because blue is kind of annoying. Like, dark blue is just super, like, let's see. Hold up, come on. Yeah, I'll do yellow. Yellow's easier to see. And then red's not even that easy to see. And then for UNC basketball, we'll obviously do light blue. What light blue color do I want? They don't have any good light blue colors. That's so annoying. Is that the best one? No, that's too dark. No, it's again too dark. We'll just go with the straight up light blue. That's ugly, but it is what it is. And also, I'm not going to make the Niners one red. I'm not going to make the Niners red. I'll make the Niners, that weird orangey color. Is this dog sitter person still here? Oh my God. I woke up this morning. Like, I'm not even lying. I woke up this morning at probably about 9:45 Pacific time. I know it's 2:10 Eastern time, so about 12:45 Eastern time. I'm not even lying. I woke up and this dog sitter was here. It's 11:10 right now. Okay, so let's make the schedule right now. UNC football schedule. Let's go through all of it. So, got to throw in 2 games at least. I know I'm not. I really want to go see a game. See, that's the problem. The problem with this is SMU, Stanford, and Cal. We don't really care about SMU. Let's be honest. Just because that's all the way in Texas. I think that's in Dallas, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. That's a far way away, and UNC doesn't have any of them on the schedule this year. But games to potentially go to. Let's see. So what's the 29th? Home game against NC State. That is on the 30th. That is a Saturday. Yeah. 30th, it's a Saturday. On the 31st. Wait. Let's just clarify this really quickly. On the 31st. No, on the 1st, it's a Sunday night. So, yeah. So, UNC would play on the 30th. The 30th, which is a Saturday night against NC State as their final regular season game. The Niners go on the road to play Buffalo on the 1st. So the second that game ends, we head back to the hotel. You know what I'm saying? Little how long is Chapel Hill to Buffalo. Let's see how long that drive is. Okay, change your plans. How long's the flight? It's a 10-hour drive. How long is the flight? Oh yeah, you'd have to connect. Okay, so Chapel Hill. You know what? All right, we're gonna dive deep into this. I'm actually gonna dive deep into this. So I'm gonna go on. So I'm gonna throw in for UNC football. Actually, I'm making a schedule about this. That's how much I care. November 30th at home vs NC State. No, I actually care so much about this. And then December 1st on the road vs Buffalo. Okay. Yeah, because this is the game. The Buffalo game on the road is the game that my grandma was talking about going to. She's a Bills fan, and we might be going there for Thanksgiving. I don't know why, but yeah, it is kind of random, but that'd be cool. For the Niners, I gotta throw in so many games. But let's check out this flight. So we're gonna go on a North Carolina map because I've never been to North Carolina in my life. We're gonna have to figure this out. North Carolina map. So let's go in here. Let's check it out. Click on this map. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a little. Okay, so Chapel Hill, obviously right there. So yeah, you would fly out of Durham, obviously Durham. I know that, but then, yeah, you'd fly out of Durham. So because Durham, yeah, it's fun. You could fly out of Raleigh too. I thought Raleigh was further. I knew Durham was kind of close, but I didn't know. Okay. Raleigh to Buffalo. So realistically, from Raleigh to Buffalo, that would be let's check out what do we fly? I think we fly Alaska. No, it's actually crazy how deep I'm going into this. Alaska doesn't fly on the East Coast though, right? Let's check out American Airlines. Oh, it's not direct. So a direct flight would be an hour and 45 minutes. A direct flight is an hour and 45 minutes. Okay, that's definitely doable. We would just have to find one in the morning. Just have to find one in the morning. That's all. And then I'll also throw in for UNC football. Let's find another game that we can go to. A road game against Virginia, Florida State. JMU at home on the 21st. Let's throw in Minnesota. Why not? UNC at Minnesota. All right. For the Niners, let's just throw in a bunch of games. Bills Monday night. At home vs the Bills, MNF. Home vs the Chiefs. Home vs the Cowboys. And then I'll throw in another road game. Throw in a Patriots obviously too. Home vs the Patriots. And let's throw in another road game in there, even though I'm obviously not going to go to all of these. Rams would be fun. Packers would be fun, but I'm not going all the way to Green Bay. Definitely not. I know my parents would never let me do that. Never let me do that. They would never want to do that. I would want to do that. The most realistic road games, probably be the Rams, Seahawks, or Cardinals, just because that's like an hour and a half flight. The furthest would be to Seattle. We'll throw in the Rams because that's like a 50-minute flight, depending on where you're flying out of. Throw in the Rams. Way vs the Rams. All right, for the Warriors, schedule's not out yet, but I'm gonna throw in home vs the Mavericks. Obviously, because Klay Thompson. Home vs the Celtics. What else? Blah, blah, blah. Home vs the Jazz. Home vs the Thunder. Just because those are potential if Cormac Ryan. Oh, and home vs the Spurs. Home vs the Spurs. Those are just potential UNC player games. And then I'll throw in a couple away vs the Celtics, I guess. And then away vs the don't even know, away against the Heat. That'd actually be a fun game. Okay, now the real thing that we are doing. I don't know why I started making the Niners and Warriors thing. But yeah, here we go. UNC basketball, the real thing that we were set to do. No, not the fucking 20. All right. We gotta find this. UNC basketball schedule as we know it. That's crazy. The 51 through 60 came out by Tar Heels Illustrated. As we know it. So it's by Tar Heel Illustrated. All right, so UNC's non. You know what? Let's just throw in a quick screenie, if you know what I'm saying. Quick screenshot. How do I screenshot on this stupid old computer? Control, Shift, print screen. Is that it? Control, print screen. Did I do it? I think I did do it. All right, you know what? We're just gonna ignore that. I'll copy this. Then ACC opponents. ACC opponents doesn't actually matters the most. All right, so we've got everything in here right now. I think I closed the tab that I wanted to keep open. I'm gonna make this a lot smaller. We'll make this size like 11 or something. So we've got everything in here right now. Home against Elon, away against Kansas. We wanted to figure out which games to go to. I only care about ACC. So what I was saying was obviously the schedule's not out yet, but it will be home games. See, we don't know the schedule, so at home I would want to see Duke at home. Duke at home. NC State at home. And then we'll just say Clemson on the road. All right, so that's 3 random games. Obviously, not really gonna happen, but it is what it is. And then over here, what else? We've got we've got other teams' games. I still can get the tab back. Can't believe I closed the tab. Okay, where's the stupid tab? ACC announces conference matchups. There we go. All right, found it. Back in here. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to go to some big teams, some big name teams. We're just gonna highlight the entire thing, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. And boom, drop that right in this little thing. Related stories and videos. Don't care. All right, so we've got every team in here, all games and all that stuff, but we have to make it so it's not super like, yeah, it has to be more not condensed. Format, single space. Oh my god, this is annoying. This is gonna take forever, to be honest. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do pretty much is just not do that. What I'm trying to do is I'm just pretty much trying to find out what ACC games I could go to, because obviously it's not like Stanford's gonna build another basketball place. So at home we're gonna find everything that has the name Stanford on it, or Cal. So this is something that I do like to see. So Cal is gonna be hosting NC State. Cal will be hosting NC State. That would be one that I would try to go to. And then yeah, nothing there for Duke. Florida State don't really care. Louisville, no. Miami goes on the road to play Cal and Stanford. I'm gonna highlight the games that look good. Highlight them in yellow. Nope, I did the wrong thing. North Carolina, obviously nothing for North Carolina. We know that. So NC State does get to play Cal home and away. So I'll highlight that. And they go on the road to play Stanford. So yeah, that would be a really good one to go see. Notre Dame, don't really care. Pitt, meh, nothing big. Pitt doesn't even have anything. Also, well, they do have Louisville, Syracuse. No, they don't. SMU, don't really care about SMU. Stanford. So now this is where. So home games for Stanford. I'm going to highlight all the home games for Stanford. All of them. So home for Stanford, Boston College, Florida State, Miami, NC State, Syracuse, Virginia. I wish there was a Duke somewhere in there, but there's not. For Syracuse, Cal, and Stanford, yes, I'll highlight that for Syracuse, just because Syracuse kind of has a little. Okay, so for Virginia, I'll definitely get Stanford and Cal in there. Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, don't really care about either. And then we're going to go back up here to Cal, and I'll just quickly highlight all the home games. All right, so there we go. We got everything settled in there. I'll go do it on a different time when I'm not streaming like this, because that took a really long time to do. But yeah. So we got that. We got the schedule there. I'm gonna try and get to as many games. And I will vlog the games if I get out to them, especially UNC game, just because I don't get I don't get to don't get to do that. So memories being created. But I will definitely. Oh, and I do have a friend that is an NC State fan. I'm gonna try and get him on. Hold up. I do have a friend. I'm gonna text him. I'm gonna try and get him. I'm gonna try and get him in a video. I'm sure he'll want to go to. To be honest, I didn't even find out he was an NC State fan until the tournament. Until UNC lost to NC State in the thing, I did not. I'll text him right now. Well, yeah, he is an NC State fan, so you definitely want to probably go. I did not know he's an NC State fan until NC State did beat UNC, though, which is crazy. But yeah, I think there's not much more to do. That's pretty much it for this stream. But still here for a few more minutes. Let's look up. Let's just see teams like UConn. I'm wondering UConn basketball schedule, because I'm wondering UConn obviously has won back-to-back national championships. So I've got to figure out who they're playing, because obviously I know UNC will probably run into UConn. somewhere along the road. They do play in the Maui Invitational. Yeah, UNC's in that along with some other pretty good teams. Let's check out non-conference because conference doesn't really matter. We know who they're going to play in conference. Dan Hurley, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if people are going to be going crazy on Dan Hurley for declining the Lakers thing. Oh, yeah, Maui Invitational. Yeah, obviously, it will boast its usual strong field: North Carolina, Auburn, Michigan State, Iowa State, Memphis, Colorado, Dayton, and UConn join in this field years later. North Carolina returns All-American candidate R.J. Davis and Elliot Cadeau while bringing a 5-star freshman Ian Jackson in. Iowa State returns just about everybody from a Sweet 16 team, and Auburn has star Johnny Broome. Okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it'll be really tough, obviously. UNC is bringing in runner-up for All-American R.J. Davis, back 5-star point guard Elliot Cadeau, who's just a sophomore. And then, yeah, bringing in Ian Jackson, James Brown, some good freshmen. It's going to be really tough, but yeah, there's nothing that UConn can't handle, sadly. UConn is amazing. I hate to admit, I hate UConn so much. So it'll be really tough. That'll be tough. We'll be seeing a lot of good matchups. We just can't get into a place where we lose a couple games. Then it's like a lot of freshmen on the team, and it's like we get into a scenario where we're like 7-5 or something like that with a lot of freshmen. That's what we don't want. Because yeah, it'll be tough. We'll see. Obviously, Cadeau was amazing this last year for a freshman. It's always tough for freshmen because it's like the biggest stage they've played on. Ian Jackson will have a problem. More worried about James Brown. But yeah, well, we'll see. Ian Jackson, obviously McDonald's All-American. So, and 5-star recruit. So, we'll see what other team schedule. I'll look at the Duke schedule. 2024, 2025. Let's see. Basketball. Oh, wait, yeah, non-conference. That's conference matchups. Conference matchups are in, I want to see their non-conference matchups. Non-conference. UNC, Duke, Michigan State, highlight Kansas Jayhawks 2025 schedule. Don't care about Kansas schedule. UK, or no, not Kentucky. What we know about Duke's schedule for 2024-25. All right. Who would ever make a Duke fan account? That is just weird. So you got all the conference games down here. Let me put this on the screen. All right, we got it up here. So weird looking website. Yeah, and what we do know so far is they are gonna have Foster back. They're gonna have Tyrese Proctor. They're gonna have Mark Mitchell back for another season. Obviously, it did lose Filipowski McCain, which is nice. They're gonna get Ryan, whatever his name is, back. So they're gonna get some guys back, but not as many. Obviously, UNC is losing Harrison Ingram, Cormac Ryan, Armando Bacot, which is a lot. But also, I mean, and Duke is adding too. Duke is adding Cooper Flagg, which is he's a really good player. I don't think he's gonna be as good as everybody says he is. I think he's not. I don't think he's gonna be amazing in the NBA. And yeah, UNC does still have the best backcourt. Yeah, I would say UNC is the best backcourt in college basketball. With I was about to say McCain, RJ Davis, and Cadeau, and then adding a bunch of new freshmen, which UNC is the best recruiting or one of the best recruiting classes in all of college basketball. So we'll see. But anyways, non-conference games. They start out the season at home against Maine. And that is, yeah, it's a home game. Likely second low major, mid-major home opponent. Yeah, so they're playing a good home opponent at home on the 8th or 9th, back at home for Duke. They play Kentucky in the Champions Classic on November 12th in Georgia, so not at home or on the road. Likely to return home for a major opponent on the 15th or 16th. Then they go on the road to play Arizona. So last year, Arizona did beat Duke. That was a road game for Duke. That was Caleb Love's first game or second game as a Wildcat after being a Tar Heel. So hopefully Arizona can win again. That is in Arizona. Tucson, Arizona. Tucson, Arizona. Tucson, I don't know. They play in Vegas against Kansas. Obviously, UNC does that too. Their SEC challenge. UNC plays, or UNC, every team in the SEC plays an ACC team. UNC does play Alabama, which is a rematch of last year, and I think Duke plays Arkansas. SEC ACC challenge. Let me just confirm. Because UNC does play Alabama, and Duke Arkansas would be a pretty good game actually. So Tuesday the 3rd, or North Carolina. Auburn plays Duke. Ooh, Duke would be really good. Alabama does play UNC. That's Wednesday the 4th. That game is. So they don't play Arkansas. They do play Auburn. They play in New York against Illinois sometime in the mid to late December, so maybe around the 20th or that time. Play at home against George Mason, and they will likely have 2 more non-conference games sometime in November or December. The other 2 are predicted matchups above the speculation of only the 7th of 11th games are filled as now. So you could have 4 more games up at that. So close that. That's really interesting. It'll be interesting to see because UNC does have tougher, probably equal actually, non-conference games. But I'm gonna end the stream here. Streaming every day of the month of July. 13th day tomorrow is 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. And yeah, peace.